Okay, next I'm going to talk a little bit about the blues, how to work on it, some of the reasons for working on it, talking about working bass lines also, arpeggiating through. To me, the blues is an essential part and a very overlooked part, in my opinion, of the tradition of American music and of the music that people call jazz as well. I feel like it's the backbone of the music, and I feel that if you work on this progression in all 12 keys, the progression of the blues, that what you'll gain from that is far and away worth the time that you've put into it. And it doesn't take a whole lot of time to work on it. And what I recommend doing is working on one easy key and one difficult key at the same time. So, for example, you might do C and F sharp. It's entirely up to you and what you feel most comfortable with. When you're working on the blues, one of the things I recommend doing is first learning how to arpeggiate through. And the progression that I'm going to do is a little bit more complex than just a very basic 1-4-5, but you'll hear the arpeggios all the way through. 2, 3. Okay, so that's one chorus through. Being able to arpeggiate through every key, at least one chorus. So the next thing that I recommend doing is walking bass lines, thinking like a bass player, really even just hearing the drums in your head as you're going along. For example, again in the key of B flat concert. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can hear the progression going through there also as I'm walking the bass line. The next thing to work on doing is just playing through by yourself. You can work with a metronome, which I highly recommend doing all the time when you're working on this stuff. By playing through it also, you start to allow yourself to expand upon certain ideas. You can also stop and go back if there's an idea that you're really trying to grasp. I'm just going to play through one chorus right now, and hopefully you'll be able to hear the progression that I've just played all the way through this. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So by working on those things in a number of different keys, you start to expand on your vocabulary, but the idea of the technique of the vocabulary as well, being able to express yourself in many different keys. Keep it simple at first. Have very simple ideas all the way through and start to expound on those as the keys become more comfortable. Again, you can work on this before a rehearsal at school or at college, or in your practice time at home, or in your dorm room or in your practice room. Work on them slowly with the metronome, arpeggiations, walking bass lines, and then allow yourself the freedom to play over the changes also. And always listen to what you're playing. And recording is a great idea as well. So you can go back and you can evaluate what you've been doing and how you've been working on things. Good luck to you.